Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, March the 15th. 2 days until our wedding anniversary, so don't know if we'll be going anywhere or not because of all the corona crazy going around, but it is March the 15th, and this is Sunday, and we are live. If you're here with us live on Facebook, we would love it if you would say hi and hello, so we can tell you hello back. And if you are new with us, please give us a shout out so that we know, and so that all of us who are going to be here tonight, so that we will all know. And hopefully we're going to have a good crowd tonight, because sadly the in-person workshops have all been canceled through the rest of the month. So super sad news, but you know, it is what it is with the state of affairs this week. So it is Sunday, March the 15th. If you're watching this with us live, again, hey, hello. If you're watching this with us later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. If you want to say hi and hello, we would love to say hi and hello back. And if you would prefer not to hear all the hi hellos, please go ahead and grab the little scroll bar and drag it over to about 10 minutes, because that's when it kind of dies down. So hopefully we are going to get our Facebook notifications tonight so that we can see everything, because I have a lot to talk about and I don't really have time to go back and forth to the phone. Excuse me. So somebody, oh, that was just a little cough, nothing wrong. Do not have coronavirus, don't have COVID-19. Okay, so somebody say hello. I'm afraid that we don't have notifications. So hold on, let me join you all here. Let me get my volume turned down so that I don't blow you all out. And I will join you on the phone so that I can see. Yeah, we're not getting notifications. Oh well. Okay, so hello, Marianne. So we're just going to have to wing it here, and it drives me crazy when Facebook does this. But hello, Marianne. Hello, Letitia. Hi, Mary. Hello, Lisa. And let's see. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Gail. Hi, Tedders. Hello. And she's on time, I know. So yay, Tedder, she's on time. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Robin. Barbara's with us. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Roberta. My Christy is here. Hello, Bernice from Northeast Texas. Hello, Sherry from Connecticut. Paula hasn't been with us for a while, but she is back. Hello, Paula. It's good to have you back. Hi, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. And I'm so sorry I'm having to look it down to see you all. Facebook. Drives me crazy. Okay, Cheryl is with us. Hello, Teresa from Kentucky. Hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. Hi, Janet from New Jersey. Hello, Karen from Cincinnati. Hello, Susan from Missouri. Got lots of people from a lot of states. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Pam. Yes, my Christy is here. Hello. And it's funny, she said, hi, eggs. Hi, eggs. Hello, Sherry. Hi, April. Hello, Kimberly. Okay. Hello, Mary from New Albany, Indiana. So this is going to be fun because I'm going to have to keep looking down at the phone. Sneaky Facebook. Oh, and Teresa is a microbiologist and says it is working her to death and she is not allowed to go to WW. What? Teresa, did I read that correctly? Teresa says, microbiologist here, working me to death, not allowed to go to WW. Well, hello, Lisa. I guess not. Hello, Stacy. Oh, and Stacy got some fluff after my post today. Okay, you're not supposed to be hoarding the fluff. Not supposed to be hoarding the fluff, Stacy. Just kidding. Hello, Margaret from Kansas City. Hi, Kim. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Carla from West Tennessee. Hello. Oh, Sandra says, let's see your nails. Yeah. So our anniversary, whether or not we get to go out, I don't know. But our anniversary is Tuesday, which is St. Patrick's Day. So almost St. Patty's Day, everybody. So I do have on the St. Patrick's Day nails, if you can see them. Hello, Lacey. Hi, Karen from East Tennessee. Hello, Patty. Hello, Sue from New Zealand. Yep, and Sue says even in New Zealand, they have had all of the physical meetings suspended for now. So it's not just the United States. So calm down, U.S. ladies. It's not just us. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Irma. And yes, Lisa, they have canceled the live in-person classes, and we're going to talk about that. Yes. Yep, Janet, you're exactly right. The workshops are going to be virtual for now. Hello, Shaniqua. Hello, Jessica from Northern California. Hi, Rosie. And thank you, April. Melissa said that we are going to be the live WWs for the next couple of weeks. I have a feeling that we are. I really have a feeling that we are. So we're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. So, okay. So you all have, aloha, Kathy. So you all have moved to talking about the no live meetings. We will talk about that in just a few minutes. Hey, Debbie. Hello, Orlando, Debbie. And hello, Brenda from Wisconsin. And you are welcome, Irma. Yeah, I know. And let's see where did it go? Robin says all restaurants and bars closed tonight. Yeah, so if you're in Ohio or Illinois, I think it's Ohio or Illinois, that all of the restaurants and bars are closed, but you can still do takeout and you can still do delivery if they have delivery in the area. So, okay, hello Rita. Okay, so, and Lisa wants to know how many years it is. How many years have we been married? 31? 31. So once you get to that many, I don't know, I kind of lose count, but yes, 31. Okay. Oh, and Trish says she was able to go to a meeting today, and she got important information on the virtual meetings that are coming this week. And I think the rest of us are supposed to get that on Monday and Tuesday, so definitely stay tuned for that. Hello, Tina. And let's see. Oh, and Teresa, the microbiologist, Teresa, is restrictions because of COVID-19. She handles the specimens, and so she is banned from meetings of all types. Teresa, bless your heart. Bless your heart, and thank you for that. Thank you for handling those specimens so that the rest of us do not have to. And you all are hard at work, I know. So we really do. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Hello, Kathy from Ohio, and I'm going to start talking here in just a second. So probably going to have to stop saying hi and hello. If I missed you, I am so sorry. I am so sorry, but Facebook is not giving me the notifications here live with you, so I'm having to look at my phone. And yeah, so that's going to be too hard while we're talking because we have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot to talk about tonight because of the lovely COVID-19 or coronavirus. Yeah, so, okay, so let's get to talking because we have a lot to talk about. So today is chat number 152. 152, where did that even come from? Today is chat number 165. 165. Hey, nobody's perfect. And this week, boy, don't we all know it. Don't we all know that nobody's perfect. But today is March the 15th. It is COVID Crazy Week. Yeah, so welcome to COVID Crazy Week. Hello, Claudie. Welcome to COVID Crazy Week. We're going to be talking about nobody's perfect, and then it's all things coronavirus, okay? So, because we've got a lot of things to do to be prepared and to stay sane out there. But hello and hi to everybody. And if I didn't get you, if I didn't say hi to you, so sorry. Not getting notifications on my iPad, having to look on my phone, so I can't, do both at the same time. I'm pretty good, but I'm not that good. Welcome to our live workshop. This is not only a virtual workshop, it is a live workshop. So I can sort of see what y'all are talking about, even though I have to look at my phone, but I'll just keep up the best that I can. This week's chat is, hey, nobody's perfect. Last week, though, this is the last week I can ask this for a couple of weeks. So last week, who sat your bottom for the last time for a couple of weeks in a chair? So give me a thumbs up. Give us lots of thumbs ups because it's going to be a long time before we can do thumbs ups, at least a couple of weeks. So if you sat your bottom in a little chair last week for the last time for a couple of weeks, thumbs ups. And if you attended with us here last week or did both, hearts. So starting next week, it's all hearts, right? It's all hearts starting next week. So if you sat your bottom in a chair only, thumbs up, both, or just attended with us here, hearts. So I'm seeing lots of thumbs ups and hearts coming. Okay. So bravo stickers to you. So bravo stickers, everyone who went for their last meeting for the next couple of weeks. So sad. We did too. We didn't know. We didn't know it was going to be our last meeting for a couple of weeks. I was holding out hope even as late as today because I didn't actually get the email. So I did not actually get the email that we were going to not have our live workshops. So I found out through the grapevine today, and then we are all supposed to get our email either tomorrow or Tuesday telling us about the new virtual meeting. So anyway, bravo stickers to everybody who either went to their last physical workshop for a couple of weeks or attended with us here last week or did both. So congratulations to you all. So last week we talked about your HEZs. Do you all remember what that was? Hello, Carol. Do you remember what that was? Your HEZs? That is your healthy eating zone. So last week we talked about healthy eating zones. Blue dots. Remember how to get your blue dots? So we talked about the numbers last week. If you didn't see it or if you weren't here with us, you can go back and watch it on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Or if you're on Facebook, they stay on our Facebook page all the time. And if you're here with us, you're on the Facebook page. Okay? And let me just throw out here and mention let me just throw out here and mention that if you are not already in our closed group, you're going to need some extra support this next couple of weeks. So if you want to join our closed group, maybe I can get somebody to put the link up to that. Remember to answer the 3 questions, especially right now. With all of the information that I'm getting and having to give this week, I'm not going to have time to, thank you, Vicki, I'm not going to have time to check everybody out. So you have to answer, hello, Loretta. So you have to answer the 3 questions, okay? If you don't answer the 3 questions, I'll have to nix you. So somebody please put the link up to our closed group, or I'll put it up when we get done. But it's going to be really important, I think, that we are in a good group, and this is a good group of ladies. We have a few men. They don't talk very much, but we have a few men. But it's a great group to be in because we're no bashing, we're no drama llamas. We don't have any of those. It's okay to cry. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to be upset about things, but everybody just plays nice in our group. So you're going to need something like that this next couple of weeks, especially. Okay, so blue dots. Last week we talked about how to earn them, and then we talked about why it's okay not to get them sometimes. So you'll just have to go back and watch last week because we have a lot to talk about tonight. The homework for last week was hashtag Blue Dot Day, and several of you all did it, whether you got 1 blue dot or whether you had 2 weeks of blue dots. Several of you all did it. So if you did your homework last week, more Bravo stickers. Remember, you can get your Bravo stickers online, and Casey has made a special one for us that I will talk about here in just a second. But a couple of special mentions. Sandra has remained in her HEZ for 13 out of the first 14 days in March so far. So I'm assuming if she had sent this to me today instead of yesterday, it would have been 14 out of 15. But yeah, so Sandra she had remained in her HEZ, in her healthy eating zone. Even with all this drama going on around us, she remained in her healthy eating zone 13 out of the first 14 days in March. Bravo, Sandra. Carla had blue dots all last week and so far this week. That's awesome. That is awesome, Carla, with all of this going on. So bravo, and thank you, Orlando Debbie, for sharing that link. Carol Lou planned out the rest of her meals for the week using leftovers, and so she's got blue dots for days. So she went ahead and planned everything out, which is perfect. Oop, and Mary says she has had two weeks of blue dots. Awesome. But yeah, that was perfect, Carol Lou, because she went ahead and planned it out. And so she knew whether or not she was going to get a blue dot before she ever started her day. So that was perfect. Bravo. And then Sylvia understands. So she came to grips with the fact that that the weekends are the hardest for her. The weekends are absolutely the hardest for her. So she stayed in her healthy eating zone most of the other days during the week. But then she had saved enough points that she went to her grandson's 16th birthday party. Happy birthday, by the way. She went to his 16th birthday party, and she tracked the birthday cake. So she stayed in her healthy eating zone several days during the week, went to her grandson's 16th birthday party, ate the cake, and tracked it. So she had her cake and tracked it too. That is awesome. Way to go, Sylvia. So bravo. So more Bravo stickers to everyone who did their homework. Okay, bonus. Casey, because you all survived the first week of what I have started calling hashtag Corona Crazy, because you all survived the first week of it without actually going crazy. So most of y'all still seem pretty sane. I know we're all having many feelings, but because you survived that first week without going crazy, without giving up, or really without even whining very much, Casey has created a special Bravo sticker for you. And I'm going to get off of the chat for just a second to show it to you. So she created a special Bravo sticker just for you, just for this occasion, because she wanted to let you all know that you are crushing it. So Casey created a new Bravo for you all that says you're crushing it. Bravo. But here's the bonus part of this. Because Casey was so excited about you all sticking with it, not being crazy, and really not very many people whining, then she's made this free. So the digital download is absolutely free. If you go to, hello Sandra, if you go to www.ifyouhaveanegg.com and go to shop and then look under digital downloads, it's the one that I just showed you. So it's the You're Crushing It Bravo. So only that sheet of stickers. If you enter the code CRUSH, CRUSH, at checkout, that one's free. So Casey made that for you all for free because she was so impressed with how, she had lots of stuff to do too. I mean, we're all affected by the coronavirus or by COVID-19, but she took the time to make you all a special Bravo sticker because she was so impressed with how you were doing. So anyway, if you go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, go to the shop, go under digital downloads. It's the You're Crushing It Bravo sticker. Enter the code CRUSH, CRUSH at checkout, and it's absolutely free. And you can print those out. You can print them on paper. You can print them on sticker paper. You can do whatever you want to with them. You can print them out and you can mail them to friends that you can't see at your meeting. So how cool would that be? So don't forget, get yours today. Thank you again, Casey. Thank you, Casey, for making those for us. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Okay, this week, though, we were talking about, hey, nobody's perfect. So it's chat number 165. Hey, nobody's perfect. What a week. What a week for this topic. So this week has, pardon me, sucked. It's been awful. So people have been out hoarding toilet paper. No one's coming into the shop. Everybody's afraid to talk to anybody. So yeah, everybody's afraid to get close to each other, or they're just acting crazy like nothing's going on. So it's been a crazy, crazy week. So let's admit it. Even the most optimistic of us have been going, what's going on? So, when I first started hearing about coronavirus or COVID-19, I was like, oh, it's just something in the news, nothing's going to happen. Oh, a handful of people are, hoarding toilet paper, it's no big deal. No big deal. So even the most optimistic of us, though, me included, the most Pollyanna, are going, oh my gosh, calm down. Calm down. When is this going to calm down? And everybody, and Barbara's exactly right. Barbara says, OMG, this is a week from, and it's got little characters. But, okay, so, even the most optimistic people are saying, what the heck? So, I wanted to let you know, though, weight loss is not a perfection sport. And if you are trying to be perfect in what you eat, how much you weigh, even how you track, it's not realistic on the best week, on the best of weeks. So, in a week that everything's going well, trying to be perfect it's not realistic. So a week like this one, trying to be perfect is going to drive you crazy. Yeah. And we're all just about there anyway. So let's not do it. Let's not try to be perfect. My point to drive home tonight, the only good thing that has come out of this crazy global crisis is that it's a not so gentle reminder that we are, in fact, the same. All of us. So it has taken something of global proportions for us to realize, gosh, we really are all the same. This virus knows no difference in income level. It knows no difference in ethnicity. It knows no difference in social popularity, introverts, extroverts, country of origin, where you started, where you're at now. It doesn't care. It does not care. We have been swiftly leveled to the same measure of normal. So we just took a whoosh, all of us, doesn't matter who you are, what position you're in life. We have all taken a swift leveling to the same level of normalcy. So you need to remember that the next time you miss a day tracking, or if you miss a week tracking, or if you miss a month or a year, or if you've never tracked, think about that. Think about that the next time. They say in our weekly, the last physical weekly that we're going to get for a couple of weeks, so treasure these. They say, hey, nobody's perfect. Spoiler, trying to be perfect is unrealistic, and it can actually take us further back from our goals. Science shows that accepting imperfections, you're human, and they put you're human in parentheses, and Vicki, you're exactly right. They put human in parentheses as if we didn't remember that. Let's see, science shows that accepting imperfections can actually bring us closer to where we want to be. So cut yourself some slack. You need to give yourself some slack. What to do? See what happens when you accept your imperfections using one or two of these strategies. It'll help you in the moment and can set you up for success in the future. So focus on how it feels when you think about someone or a pet who really cares about you. Okay, so during your weight loss journey, and during this time of global crisis, if you stop and think about, instead of thinking about yourself like, why wasn't I prepared? Or why didn't I know? Or why didn't I, why didn't I? Hello, Marlene. Why didn't I? Think about how somebody's thinking about you right now. So all of us are we're in the same, boat. But somebody's thinking about us. I'm thinking about you. I worried about all of you all this last week. Then visualize the qualities of someone you look up to and identify 3 things that you have in common with them. So, we did this last time. So the last time this topic or a similar topic came up, I had you all list the 3 things, and people were listing things like, they're smart, they're funny, they love on other people, they're Christ-fearing, they are, donators of money and time and whatever. People were coming up with all different kinds of things, but not one person said that the person that they admired was because of their weight loss, or said because they're thin. Not one. So think of 3 things, for somebody, and then notice what happens when you show yourself the same kind of kindness that you would show to a child who made a mistake. So having a toddler 2-year-old running around is a constant reminder of this every day that I am with her, is that if every time that Alyssa fell down, if I said, oh, just give up, and she would never learn to do anything. And right now, one of her very most favorite games here at the loft, is to take the cart out of the basement, and we get a set of keys that is actually my mom's set of keys from her old apartment, and we ride around on the cart, and she goes down in the basement and she tries that key in different doors. I'm not letting her try anybody's loft door, so calm down. But she's trying it in like the maintenance room door and the public restroom door and whatever, and she never gets the key in. I guess someday she will, but I let her keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. Even though she's tried them over and over and over and over again, it builds her confidence for knowing, hey, if I just keep trying, someday this key is going to work. And so last night, we took her down to the storage unit, and she had her little key, and he had the key to the storage unit, to the door. And so when she handed it to him, she was very proud. She had her key and handed it to Papa, and when he stuck it in, guess what? It turned the lock. Okay, it's just like that for us. So nobody's perfect. She wasn't perfect every time she tried that key in a door that wasn't going to work. But you know what? She kept trying, and she finally got her opening. Okay, so remember that the next time again that you miss a day tracking, or that you lose a little weight or gain a little weight, missing a day tracking doesn't make you lazy. It makes you human. It makes you normal, just like the rest of us. If you're on a weight loss or gain roller coaster, if your weight's doing this, don't scream and throw up. Enjoy the ride. The rest of us are on that same ride with you. We're all on the same ride together. So your homework for this week, because we're going to wrap this part up just a little bit early, because we have a whole lot to talk about in the extra credit second part. So your homework for this week is #IamNormal. #IamNormal. Don't forget to tag me on Instagram at IfYouHaveAnEgg, on WWConnect at ScrapandStamp2, ScrapNStamp, the number 2. On here on the Facebook page at If You Have an Egg, in our Facebook group, in the closed Facebook group, it is at Kelly Green Milligan. Or if you comment on the website, on the blog, on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, or on YouTube, which is just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, just comment and I will see it. Okay, so your homework, the #IamNormal. So here's your sentence. Your sentence is, fill in the blank, just happened. Something just happened. So fill in the blank, just happened. I'm not going to beat myself up this time because #IamNormal. Instead, I am going to fill in the blank. So for this week, it could have been the coronavirus just happened. We all got quarantined, or school got shut down, or I can't go see my mom at the nursing home, so that just happened. I'm not going to beat myself up this time about saying I should have gone the day before, or I should have gone that morning, or I shoulda. There's a whole lot of things that I could say that I should have done. Can't control those. So, but I can't control it. I can't do anything about that. So I'm not going to beat myself up this time because #IamNormal. There were a whole lot of people that didn't go see their parents, before the nursing homes got locked down. But instead, I am going to write her a letter. I checked on her today with my buddy Lietta. Found out that she's eating strawberry ice cream. I still would love to be there with her, but that was, good news. So instead, I'm going to do something that I can have some control over. So tag me. Don't forget to tag me. Do your homework. You get more Bravo stickers when you do your homework. I know the WW Physical Workshop stopped handing out the Bravo stickers, but now that we can't even go to them, all the more reason to get your Bravo stickers here. So, okay, don't forget to go back and download your free one from Casey. So, again, it is the You're Crushing It Bravo sticker. It's on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Enter the code CRUSH, C-R-U-S-H, at checkout, and you will get that. Download the whole sheet. It's an entire sheet of them. It's this big. So I didn't print those out, but it's this big. It's as big as these Bravo stickers, all of these. So you can either cut them out, you can put them on sticker paper, but anyway, you're going to get the entire sheet for free. So again, thank you, Casey. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. I made 4 pages of notes for tonight. 4 pages of notes. Whew. So I'm going to have to take a breath, quick breath. I'm going to get some water. So wait, where's Barbara? I have to look at my phone since we're not getting notifications up here on the iPad. But it is time for some water. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will get going. Yes, there's Barbara. Time for your water. So take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Got a lot of water that time. Okay. And we are back. I've got a lot of talking to do, so I'm going to talk really, really fast. Again, I made 4 pages of notes for tonight to try and cram all this in. What we have been talking about, this has been chat number 165 on March the 15th. It was Hey, Nobody's Perfect. The extra credit is titled Calming the Corona Chaos. Because we've got it this week. We have got it this week. So it has been hashtag Corona Crazy all week. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you live. Even if you have not been infected, you have been affected. So again, don't care who you are, and I don't care where you live. If you're not infected, you are affected. So I hope everybody catches that. Not infected, you have been affected. And I hope none of you have been infected, but you all have been affected. So COVID-19 or coronavirus has people scared. It's got them curious. We all want to know more about it. We all want to know what's going on. It's even got people mad. You know, there are people mad about people hoarding toilet paper. There are people mad that it's either getting blown up in the news, or that it's not getting enough news coverage, or that too much has been done, or that not enough has been done. This is not the forum for that. I'm just saying, I just wanted to address that there have been a plethora of emotions that have come along with this. You know, there's been, people scared, hopeless, again, the curious, wanting to know, more about it. There's just been a whole myriad of emotions. But we watched Frozen 2 this morning. So after we had our virtual church today, we watched Frozen 2 with Alyssa. And, because when you've got to be, we didn't have to be, like, we're not quarantined and we don't have to stay away from everybody else. We're just trying to be socially responsible and limit, ourselves. So, like, when we had to stop and pick up something at Kroger this morning, something quick, we didn't unload everybody and take them in. Just me. I ran in, went straight to what I needed to get, got it, didn't breathe on anybody, didn't breathe anybody else's air, got back out. So, so we're trying to be socially responsible and not be around too many people in the next, few days. We do have to return to work though, because small businesses everywhere rely on people like us, and we are a small business. Okay, so this morning after virtual church, we watched Frozen 2 with Alyssa, because what better way to be self-quarantined for a day and a half than to have your 2-year-old in your loft, your 2-year-old grandchild in your loft. But on Frozen 2, one of the leading men in this movie, it's sure to be a Disney classic. I am sure, I'm positive it's going to be a Disney classic, but one of the leading men said something that was so profound that I had to go back. I had to go back and look it up because I wanted to remember what he said. So Elsa had just evacuated everyone from her kingdom to save them from an unknown and unexplainable threat. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, so it was something unknown and it was something unexplainable, and Elsa had to evacuate her entire kingdom, the entire kingdom, from this unknown threat. And then the children of Arendelle were poking strange ice formations into Olaf's chin. Yes, he was the leading man that I'm speaking of. But anyway, the children of Arendelle were poking like weird little ice formations that have to do something with the movie. No spoiler alert, because I'm not going to tell you what happens. And one of the girls said, they were like, Olaf, what are you doing? And this is the smartest thing I have heard. And I know this movie was made way before the coronavirus or this whole, fiasco, whatever. But this is one of the smartest things I've ever said. Olaf said, and I quote, "This is called controlling what you can when things are out of control." So things were out of control. Elsa had unleashed, I'm not going to tell you what, again, in case you haven't seen it, but Elsa had unleashed something that she shouldn't have unleashed. You find out some interesting things about Elsa and Anna. Anyway, so she had unleashed some things. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know what was going to happen next. All they knew was they were gone out of their homes, didn't have time to take anything with them, just had to leave their homes. What are we going to do? What are we going to do next? And then Olaf says, "This is called controlling," and I wish I could do his voice, but anyway, he says, "This is called controlling. This is called controlling what you can when things are out of control." Wow. I don't know that they meant it to be that. I don't know. It just spoke to me. I don't know if that was the intention of this one, because he had a lot of other funny ones. But anyway, wow. Just wow, Olaf. Okay, so I'm going to be quoting that all week. Okay, so we're going to talk about things that we can control. This is perfect. We have 29 minutes left to talk about things that we can control. And how long I talk is something that's within our control. Sort of within our control. Okay, so thing number one. Okay, well, we can't control a lot about what's happening right now. But here are 3 ways that we can control what you can when things are out of control. So here are 3 words. What? Uh-oh. Dusty needs something. Hey, John. John.
Yeah.
Dusty needs something. Okay, sorry, I can't control him. That's one thing I can't control. Okay, so number 1, control your own environment. So this is the first thing that y'all can do. So just controlling your own environment. You cannot control what's going on outside. You cannot control what's going on in another country. You cannot control what's going on, across the planet. It doesn't matter what country you're in, but you can't control what's going on, across the planet. So, but you can control your own environment. So far, we've all been allowed to stay in our own homes, unless you got trapped somewhere, on a cruise ship or on, out of the country on vacation or whatever. And remember, as many Americans as, I'm American, obviously, as many Americans as have gotten trapped outside of our country trying to come back in, there are probably that many people from other countries that are trapped here in the United States that can't get back home either. So just keep that in mind as you're, whining about no toilet paper, that at least you're not trapped in another country. Okay, so controlling your own environment. First thing, just use normal cleaning supplies to clean your environment, your home. So we have survived flus, we've survived pneumonia, we've survived strep throat viruses, that's bacteria, but we have survived all kinds of other viruses. And the first thing you have to do is clean up your home. So you can do all these things trying to control the other people, outside people around you, but the first thing you got to do is to control your home. So you're bringing stuff back into your home. I'm not trying to panic anybody. Just stay with me. Just stay calm and stay with me. This is not a panic thing. But so using normal cleaning supplies and some common sense. So common sense means nothing weird off the internet, but hit all those areas of your home that you don't think about, things that you don't think to clean, like, and this isn't your home, but like your steering wheel. So you're touching stuff all day, and I don't know what happened with Vicky, but why is everybody saying, "Oh no"? Hold on, is that something I need to go back and check on? See. Oh no, Vicky's 2 cousins were on the Grand Princess cruise ship. Eek! And hello, Susie. Oh goodness. Okay. So, but your steering wheel. So you're touching all this other stuff. You're at the grocery store, duking it out for toilet paper. Just kidding. cleaning. You've touched other people, you've touched other pens, you had already touched other things before you found out about any of this. And clean your car steering wheel. Clean your glasses and your sunglasses. I mean, I don't okay, how many times, I haven't touched them a whole lot tonight. Of course, now I'll need to. But your glasses. So you take your glasses and your sunglasses on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, and you've touched all these other things. So just give them a good, just a quick cleaning. Your dog's leash. So John just took off with Dusty. He is going to touch our door handle going out. He's going to touch the door handle going out of the fire escape. He is going to touch the door handle, potentially of the garage, to go in and out of the garage with him. And then he's going to touch the outside door handle coming in and the outside door handle, blah, 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 blah. So as I've been leaving, I have a thing of sanitizing wipes, and I am not a germaphobe, but I'm trying to do my part to help eradicate this. So I've been taking the cleaning wipes, and I personally, John's not doing it, but I have been cleaning all those door handles going in and out, even though they're not my door handles. I've still been cleaning them, but cleaning your dog's leash. So after he's touched all that, that's going to be on Dusty's leash. Okay. Then your car keys touch everything, and then you stick them in your purse. You stick them in your purse with your chapstick and with your gum and with your tissues that you're going to touch your face with. So clean your car keys. Your remote and your mouse, same things. You've touched all this other stuff in your office. You've touched other people's stuff, and even if you're not touching your face, then you go back and touch your remote and your keyboard, and then you touch your face or you eat some food at your desk. The inside of your refrigerator handle. So people are cleaning the outsides of their refrigerators, but what about the inside of the handle where you're grabbing it? And then last but not least, see my post about your countertops. So for those of you who know me pretty well, you know that we own a company that makes granite, quartz, marble, recycled glass, and soapstone and quartzite countertops. But this would work for any kind of countertops. You can use it on stainless steel. You can use it on laminate. You can use them on ceramic tile. Oh, Debbie just said something about the leash. I'll have to go back and read that. But anyway, ceramic tile, granite, quartz, marble, recycled glass, soapstone, and quartzite. So my post from yesterday about that, and see, I just touched my face, but my hands are clean. That talked about the coronavirus in your countertops. So if you are concerned about how to clean your countertops, go ahead and go back, and look at that post, because I talk about warm soapy water, just Blue Dawn dish detergent and warm soapy water. So we talk about that. We talk about a little bit of vinegar. We talk about a little bit of bleach. We talk about the wipes that are safe to use, all those kinds of things. If you are using, though, if you are using things like sponges to clean with, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. They're icky. They're gross anyway. So just chuck them. If you're using paper towels, I will recommend that you find someone. We have them. You can probably get them locally, or you can order them from us. Or if you're local, come see us. But something like the Swedish dishcloths. So I'm not just talking about those, trying to sell them. I would love to sell some, because we're gonna be hurting in all this too. But something like the Swedish dishcloths, those things are crazy. One Swedish dishcloth eliminates like 17 roll cloths, and I do not know why this says that we are recording. Okay, so I'm going to keep talking because for just a second it said that we were recording instead of live. So hopefully everybody's still okay. Yeah, so Debbie just said live feed interrupted. I think that we're back because it said it on mine too, which is weird, which is super weird that it would say that it was interrupted. Anyway, okay, but I guess a lot of people are talking about a lot of things, so I'm not the only one taking up bandwidth right now, if that's even the proper terminology. But things like Swedish dishcloths, don't waste paper towels. You can boil them. If you want to sanitize them, you can boil them. You can put them in water, again, and boil them, and then add just a capful of bleach if you want to. You can wash them in the dishwasher. You can wash them in your washing machine. You can do all of that. So that is, so you can do all of that with the Swedish dishcloths. But the sponges, get rid of them. They're harboring nasty things anyway. Anyway, okay. So go back and read that. Go back and you can read it. It's already posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It is also posted on KCKitchenCenter.com. And yeah, Yeah, so it's posted both places, and you can see my couple of very simple recipes for how to clean your countertops. And again, it works on any kind of countertops: granite, marble, quartz, recycled glass, quartzite, soapstone, laminate, ceramic tile, stainless steel, maybe butcher block. Don't know a lot about butcher block. Okay, and then the next thing, this one's going to be a tough one for some people. I want y'all to just pause and listen to me for just a second, okay? Some of us might need to consider going on what is called intentional maintenance. Okay, intentional maintenance means that you are not going to try and lose any weight during this time. You're just going to try and hang on for dear life and not gain any weight. Okay, and I know some of you just passed out, and there will be some of you later watching this on YouTube that'll go, she's crazy. She's lost her mind. This is exactly when I need to lose weight. This is when I need to lose weight. Okay, some of us, me included, this is going to be a stressful enough time. I can't go to my physical workshops. You can't go to your physical workshops. That's all well and good that we're standing here having this meeting right now. But I still need to go. I need to go weigh in front of someone else, okay? For me, that's very important. And I'm just parched. Don't have a real cough. But right now, I'm just going to focus on staying the same, okay? I'm going to focus on not gaining weight. I'm going to focus on maintaining the weight that I have. That is what intentional maintenance is. So intentional maintenance can be short-term and it can be long-term. When it's long-term intentional maintenance, that hopefully means that you have reached a goal and that you are going to you're trying to maintain your weight. You can do intermittent or, short-term intentional maintenance if you have something going on where you're not going to be able to, control your weight loss efforts. I think now's a good time for some people to consider that. So if you go all the way back, believe it or not, all the way back to chat number 80. So we were only in double digits then, but chat number 80, Orlando, Debbie, and I sit down and we talk about intentional maintenance. So we talk about what that looks like. We talk about what it means, and we talk about some very good reasons, some times in your life that it might be important for you to go on intentional maintenance. So some of us are going to need it because some of us are just going to be hanging on for dear life, okay? Some of us are just going to be like, and literally just trying to ride out this storm. Some of us are not going to have enough control over our food. I know a lot of restaurants and places where you would sit down and eat meals are going to be closing. They're going to be closing early. They're going to be limiting hours. That's things like that are going to happen. So we're going to have, some of us are just going to have to just take it easy and just try to hang on for dear life and try to maintain. Okay, but do go back to chat number 80. It's on YouTube. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg and then find chat number 80. And it's called Maintenance Moves. That is the name. Let me make sure. It was called Maintenance Moves, chat number 80. So go back and check it out. Okay, so you might want to go back and listen to it, watch it, whatever you need to do to think about that. Okay, this is the perfect amount of time, I think, to cover the rest of this. So the last thing, control your own surroundings. So again, we talked about you cannot control other people. You can't control other places. You can't control what they're going to do. I was very appreciative of the man at Kroger this morning who had a cough. Don't know whether or not he's actually sick, but he was wearing a face mask so that he wasn't coughing on the rest of us. So thank you, dude. That was very thoughtful of you to be wearing a mask so that you wouldn't spread your germs to everybody else. So I really do appreciate it. Of course, then I used a hand sanitizing wipe on the way out the door before I started touching everything else in the vehicle. Okay, but you can't control what is closed. So nursing homes are closed. Assisted living places are starting to close or have limited visitation. Most schools or a lot of schools, especially the schools around here, are closed. Most sporting events are closed, canceled. Things are normal are closed and canceled. Concerts are closed. Most churches finally made a decision to close or have limited people. Even our WW physical workshops canceled, at least for the next 2 weeks. But the following things are still open, and I just want you to, keep this in mind. So the following things are still open. As far as I know, they're not closing anytime soon. Outside. I posted today that, let's see, what did I make the acronym? It was open until the scare is done everywhere. Yeah, open until the scare is done everywhere. So outside is still open, and it's still free, and it's still not limited, and there's still not a curfew on it unless there's a curfew in your area. But outside, I highly recommend it. Even if it's cold outside, go for a ride in your car. Take your dog for a walk. Dusty and I went for a long walk today. Karen and I are taking the girls to the zoo tomorrow because we can be outside. We can be away from everybody else. We can breathe fresh air, but outside, it's still open. Take advantage of it. Phone lines, they're still open. How about you call somebody? If you can't go see somebody, if you can't go hang out with them, if you can't go to a big group event, call somebody. Windows, they still open. If the weather's getting nicer in your area, open them. I opened our windows today. I let the bad air out. We don't have any bad air, but just in case, I let the bad air out and the good air in. So windows, open them. Radio stations, they're still there and kicking. Have your own concert. Have your own concert and sing. And since you're by yourself, nobody can hear you singing. So just have a good time. Live streaming is still open. So I talked to more people live streaming during our church service this morning than I do when we physically go to church. That was kind of strange. I do not say there were 80-something people. I said hello, hey, good morning, whatever, to probably 60-something people that I never, ever would have seen, talked to, interacted with, whatever, at church this morning. I'm not saying that I want to stay on virtual church for the rest of my life, but, you can do it. It's still open. And the most important thing that's still open is YouTube videos, Facebook groups, live chats like this. There are other ways to hang out. You could go to somebody's video. There are lots of people. I would love it if you did it with mine, but there are other people who do, very informative WW videos, inspirational, videos. You could do a watch party. So even if you can't go gather with your other WW buddies, you could always have a watch party like on something like this. So if you wanted to have your own WW meeting without meeting and without having a lot of people together in the same place, you could have a watch party and do a virtual meeting. It's a perfect idea. Watch party. I suggest that too. I highly recommend that one too. Also, you cannot control how many rolls of toilet paper somebody buys. You cannot control how many eggs or baby wipes or how much chicken or how much beef or whatever. You can't control what your Kroger click list did and didn't have in it. You can't control that. So you can get mad, you can be frustrated, you can be irritated with somebody, you can make fun of somebody, but you still can't control it. You can't control that. But what you can do, though, is to keep some camping in your home supplies on hand, and I've got 12 minutes to show you what I'm talking about. We talk about camping a lot. This is going to work for camping. This is going to work for hurricanes, when you don't have power or you have to stay in one place or you can't get outside, you don't know how long you're in. It can work for like the time, and if the power's out for a while, snowstorms and ice storms, if your power gets knocked out or if you're trapped or if you can't get out in the weather. It works for things like that. It works for wildfires. We had wildfires here, a couple of years ago. People couldn't get back to their homes. Some people couldn't leave their homes. It works for camping. Yeah, it works for rolling blackouts. If you've got areas, where you're prone to having rolling blackouts at certain times of the year. And yes, this will work for pandemics as well. So these are just a few things that you can do to get ready to camp in your own home. Or like we've even considered, if anything happened and we did have to, if we did have to self-quarantine, we would just get in the camper and go away from everybody else. So, okay, these are all things that you can either, first of all, they're shelf stable. So everything with the exception of maybe two things. Oop, and I just realized I forgot to get one of them out. Hold on a second. Everything with the exception of one or two things is fairly shelf stable, has a pretty long life on it. Not going to expire anytime soon. Most of them do not have to be heated. Most of them do not have to have any special utensils to get them open or to consume them. I mean, if you got down to it, if you had to eat them with your fingers, you could, if it came to that. So I'm just going to show you a few of the things that it would be handy to keep around, in case of fire or hurricane or ice storm or pandemic. So let me show you a few of these. So first thing is the thing that I forgot to get out, these tuna packs. This was the first thing that I grabbed when they started talking about people, ravaging grocery stores and things, and clearing the shelves. So tuna packs, I think, are always a great idea. They are for the most part low calorie and low point. Most of the tuna packs that I buy the Starkist Tuna Creations. I have bought some of the salmon creations, and I have bought, John gets the bumblebee kind that actually has a little tiny spoon in the top. He takes those to work, but for the most part they are 1, 2, or 3 points. Most of them are in the 2-point range. There's a couple that are 3 and then a couple that are 1, but these two, for example, ranch flavor, and this one is a deli style tuna salad. So these last for a long time in the pantry, or if you want to go ahead and make yourself like a little disaster kit, like a grab and go, kit if you need to, those work great for that. If you're going to do some kind of fruit, don't stock up on bananas. Only buy as many bananas as you all will eat, as your family will eat in a few days. So I have to do that when we go to Orlando, when we go to Disney, which is closed right now. But anyway, I have to do that when we go to Disney. I only buy as many bananas as I think that we're going to eat over a few days because it never fails. They get gross, and then we don't end up eating them. So we'll make either a second trip back to Publix, or we just won't have bananas for the rest of the trip. But get something that's a little bit, more sturdy. Like clementines are the perfect fruit. They're the perfect, sturdy fruit because they don't bruise. You can drop them and you can still pick them up and eat them. They're super easy to peel. You don't require any special tools, don't require any knives or anything. And these will last for a long time in a backpack, in a tote bag, in a camping kit, whatever. They'll last for a long time. So I think, halos, cuties, whatever you want to call them, mandarin oranges, whatever. These are great. You don't have to keep them refrigerated. But again, no special equipment to get them open. Okay, things like canned vegetables. So I saw a lot of people grabbing frozen stuff. Frozen's good, but if one of these events, and I'm not saying that we are losing our power, so no one say, Kelly said that the pandemic means we're all going to lose our power. Kelly did not say that. What I'm saying is this is a general, broad overview. And yes, Barbara's exactly right. Please remember to wash your fruit before you put them up. If I find out that people not washing their clementines or their bananas before they eat them, if I find out that's what's spreading this, I'm going to come get y'all that don't wash your fruit first. Okay? But canned vegetables, so frozen's all well and good. But again, if it's a hurricane or if it's something else that causes the power to be out and you don't have any power, you're not going to have everything that's in your freezer. You're not going to want to open your freezer door. And canned things, you could literally just open a can of green beans and eat it. You do not have to cook them. Speaking of things that you don't have to cook, things like easy to open individual containers of things like Chef Boyardee or SpaghettiOs. Again, these were two of the first things that I grabbed when I heard that people were hoarding things because, I always keep these for just in case. This little tiny container of Chef Boyardee beef ravioli. It is 7 points for this entire container, which is a lot of food, but not a lot of food, a lot of points for not a whole lot of food. But you know what? Push come to shove, you don't have to heat it up. You could just eat it if you had to. Same thing with this, SpaghettiOs with meatballs. You do not. Then they both have a pop top lid. So no can opener, no power is required to get these open. You can get for 1 cup of SpaghettiOs with meatballs is 8 points. In a situation, if you had to have some food and you couldn't heat it up or didn't have anything to eat it out of, SpaghettiOs and SpaghettiOs. I got some, and Chef Boyardee. Perfect solutions, and also great for camping. Okay, y'all know this is a favorite for when we go camping. This and these. So Jif to go, we always have. We always have Jif to go. So Jif to go comes like this. They also have Jif to go naturals, and now some grocery stores have Jif to go crunchy. This whole packet right here, it's 8 points for the whole thing, or 4 points for half of it. If you were desperate enough for food, then just don't worry about the 8 points, okay? But like when we're at Disney, we'll take this and bread and we'll use it and we'll split it, and I'll make us something to eat in line. But anyway, so we're talking about camping or survival food. 8 points is not bad for this whole thing. Plus it's portion controlled because you're just going to eat that much. So that's the Jif to go. And then the Ritz fresh stacks. So these, I went ahead and grabbed 2 boxes of them so that we would have them, for just in case. These are great with the tuna. They are great with the Jif to go. But they come in little stack packs like this. Do not be confused though. This little stack is not a serving. The stack is not one serving. But again, if you need this many crackers for whatever's going on in your life, then just eat them, okay? Let's do the intentional maintenance thing. 5 crackers is 3 points. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I do not know why it's an odd number, but there are 13 crackers in here, and that is probably like 8-ish points of crackers, 8 or 9 points of crackers. But those are great to keep because they're individually wrapped, so if you open one, the rest of them are not going to go stale. So I'm a big fan. Things like already made peanut butter crackers. It is 8 points for each of these. So already made peanut butter crackers are a great thing to keep around because again, you can just eat them real quick. If you notice, things with peanut butter, things with meat in them. If you're in a situation where you need some food, you're not going to have time necessarily to worry about, okay, is this the best, use of my points? Because again, you may not have power. Not saying you're not going to have power with this pandemic, okay? I'm talking a broad thing, hurricane, wildfire, whatever. Not saying we're not going to have power. Other snack bars like Junkless. These are great. I always keep these now because these are made out of real food. They're not made out of junk. That's why they're called Junkless. They are 4 and 5 points. They're yummy. They're super yummy. So that would be, a good treat. Be a good treat. Like if you're trapped in your house and can't go anywhere. Those would be great for breakfast too. Little packs like this. These were 10 for $10. Goldfish. 55 goldfish. 55 goldfish is 4 smart points. So those are a great little thing to keep around, and they're in little individual containers. Don't know if you knew this or not, but cocoa, keep the Keurig pods, keep a couple of these Keurig pods in with your stuff, because if you can get to some power, or if you can boil some water, you can just cut the top or peel the top off of these and you can still make hot cocoa. You don't have to have a Keurig to do that. Plus they're in little individual containers and they're going to stay drier than the packs that you tear the top off of. Some kind of peanut powder. And I know I'm talking about peanut butter a lot, but you're going to need some protein, okay? But some kind of peanut powder so that you can either reconstitute it and make peanut butter, or you can add it to something else, your bananas, before they get too bad. Fruit, no sugar added fruit in water. These are perfect. Again, you don't have to have, no utensils. You do not have to have any utensils. John has eaten these out of the back of his truck with his finger before, okay? So you do not have to have any utensils. Let's talk quickly. If you're going to do any meal prep, get yourself something good. Like these are the meal prep Haven boxes that we sell at Casey Kitchen Center. Get yourself something good that you can freeze them, or you can use these to take some of these other things in so that they don't get crushed. Those will stack down nicely. You can get little things of pickles, little snacky type things. I would say always keep some kind of canned chicken or tuna, some other kind of protein, so that you can have some protein if you need it. This kind does require a can opener. We do have a can opener a manual can opener in our camper. If you can get to some water, things like little easy to make instant things like this, like Velveeta, everything you need is contained in here. You literally just need boiling water if you can get to boiling water. And last but not least, I have a minute to spare. I am a big fan of empty pod containers. So the kind of pods that John uses for our laundry come in this nice big container. And it's nice because it takes some skill to get the top off. So the top's not going to fall off, while you're driving around. I washed this in the dishwasher a couple of times after we used all of the laundry pods, and now I have a fairly watertight. It's not waterproof, but I have a fairly watertight. If it gets wet, if it gets rained on, it can get jostled around. It can go into a bigger container. But I use these. We use these to put our snacks in, and see now. Notice it says camping snacks. So we use that to put our snacks in, and then we rotate them out every so often so that, we've got fresh ones in there. But that's quick and easy to grab. So if somebody said, hey, you're going to get stuck in the car for a couple of days, or you're going to have to go somewhere for a little while, whatever, you can just grab that and go. I have grabbed that before when I needed to just go. Like if I had to take, didn't know I was going to have Alyssa and just needed to have random snacks, I have picked that up. Okay, so that was a lot to talk about. I hope to goodness that did not cause anybody any panic. Again, I'm not saying we are not going to have power. I'm just saying you need to be prepared at all times. It's another reason to have a hashtag purse check. Please carry something in your purse right now, just in case. I'm not saying you're going to get trapped anywhere. I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but just in case. And Carla just said, this looks like my travel baseball bag. Any moms or dads who have kids on travel baseball, soccer, whatever teams, or you're going to tournaments, you all already know this stuff. You already know, because you get stuck at those things, you get stuck at those tournaments and can't go find any food. So you all already know, and you all probably already have some of these, plus more ideas. So, okay, this week, if I can encourage you to do anything, be normal. Don't touch your face unless you've washed your hands. Wash your hands. Sing the happy birthday song as many times as you can while you're washing your hands. Just be safe. Don't forget about each other. Try to do a virtual meeting with each other by doing, either a watch party or calling each other, or something like that. But let's stay in touch. Let's stay together. Everybody work together. We will get through this. I promise. I promise. This is not like one of those bad movies on TV. It's not The Walking Dead. We're going to get through this. We're not going to become zombies. So everybody stick together. Everybody try to stay sane. Try to take a deep breath. And again, I highly encourage you to go outside. Okay, so everybody have a great week. I will talk to you next week. And since you won't have had a meeting, since you will not have had a physical workshop next week, hopefully we can all be here together. So have a great night. Try to stay careful out there, and I will see you next week. Oh, and if you're watching this later on YouTube, please go ahead and watch the next video up here. If you have not subscribed yet, please click this button right here to subscribe, and click the little bell so that you'll know when our next video is uploaded. And if you would like to order a spreadshirt, you can get one right here. And we really do appreciate your support right now, because small businesses everywhere are really going to be hurting. So anyway, good night, everybody, and I will see you next week. Good night.